Sox. Had some big-time pop last year, hit 28 home runs. He was part of time numbers, a 296 average, mentioned the home runs, 107 RBIs.
Against left-handed batters, making them aware of the
winner. One down.
Barger gets the start in left field. Kevin Kiermaier in center. Nathan Lucas in right field are in sync.
First game activity for Alejandro Kirk against the Twins, even though he reported to camp a couple of weeks later than what he had planned. Everything is looking
pitch ahead, thinking of your pitch sequences, and they are very in tune with one another, and a lot of
with the Red Sox over the last year. Usually sees a ton on the ground, as a couple of quick.
The pitcher, he is going to have the ability to succeed.
Another left-handed hitter. Poked up the left field line, foul. And the winner, Justin Verlander, just in front of Manoah, Dylan Cease.
Then he can continue to start ramping things up.
Ties up Polka, gets the strikeout. The Blue Jays at TD Ballpark this afternoon. Regulars on the top half with Whit Merrifield, Bobish.
Were reduced. He'll be 90 to 90.
One towards center. Drifting over is Rafael. Led the AL in Blue Jay history in back-to-back seasons and hits. Base hits. It drifts back to the wall, gives it a look. Well,
these other guys in this Blue Jays lineup, you're asking for trouble.
Catching live BPs, doing a lot of cage work. Gets an easy one out, a 1-0 lead for the Blue Jays as Brandon Belt bats. Two-time with that surgically repaired knee. Belt's not rushing. He knows he's not going to be asked to be on the field. His regular ABs starting this week. In front two spring training the last 3 years. Three balls and 2 strikes.
Belt has a little bit of an
3-2 coming in. Another walk issued by Murphy.
Just try to get through each and every day, keeping guys healthy and getting ready for opening day. No, keep it to yourself.
Ball to strike on Kevin Kiermaier. Was so excited about an opportunity to learn that the Blue Jays were interested in him. What Dalton Varsho for left field, and they're going to have George Springer play a lot in right field.
Good outfielders playing behind Blue Jays pitching, and I'm sure the pitchers are very grateful for that. Of course, Varsho brings some good offense.
Chopper towards first. Polka did not get the.
In the umpire's judgment, Kevin was in his rights.
That means it's an early at bat for Orelder. Had a monster season in the Eastern. Hits it well out to line. Crook comes up gunning. His cut
for opposing pitchers.
Inning. Elvis Martinez and Addison, who rolls one through the right side, is into score. And him comes Belt, but the play ballpark access ticket is available for all home games. Visit BlueJays.com/twin. Longtime Tiger Nico Goodrum leads off the second for the Red Sox. Just missed
After the setup.
Wanted to go down and in. The primary focus in spring training. Started with the slider, then it became the changeup.
Non-verbal cues between the pitcher and catcher.
Pitching today for Boston. Manoah pumps it over. Guys by Goodrum, he'll take off.
Very good in that department, one of the best in baseball. And I think for catchers, you talk about there are a lot of ways that you can get that count leverage. If you can steal that pitch, that can help you win a ball game.
The Blue Jays are really fortunate with Danny Jansen and Alejandro Kirk as their catching tandem. 3-2 on Steven Scott. Just outside. Manoah was looking for the call.
Block a pitch, but when you see that list, both Kirk and Jansen in the top 10.
Danny Jansen was first back in the 2020 campaign.
And Danny hit.
Narciso Crook battling Manoah. Sends it up the right field line and drops it. See if you can catch a strike to benefit your pitch. Little weak ground ball to Nunez. Pitch here in the second. He tied up Hamilton.
8 against him. See if you can put him away here.
Uses the sweeper. Nick Sogard the battle. We got to live it live with him when he was on the mound in the All-Star game. Wow.
Approach him.
Liner that'll find some open space through the side. Sox will tally 2 on the. And here it's runners on the hopper on the right side, past the reach of Merritt. And the go-ahead run was Springer, Bo Bichette. How do you learn on the job? Well, you got to be on the job, and you watch
Get jammed. Hitters are always afraid to get jammed. You do anything you can. Very good habits, and when you think about that, don't be afraid to let that ball travel, let it get deep, and get a longer look at it.
Still incredible numbers for.
And Teo walked over to me and said, he is a better hitter than I was at his age. And that
from a guy with a lot of pop. Identify.
Nunez with a chopper up the middle. Valdez handles it. In the outfield in his spring training starts, he's looking to drop a base hit, but the speed of Blaze
is a concern health-wise if a pitcher gets throwing too many pitches out there at one time. So this
follow. Strike 3, took it right across.
Started doing it last year, but a new awareness of that type of pitch right there, making left-handed hitters.
With the rules being instituted, you had to get out there, you had to really go after it, get a rhythm of it, and everybody becomes comfortable. Manoah steps off, flips it back to second, slipping in. Bichette
ear if you're a right-handed hitter.
Has multiple effects, right? One.
So the deception is critical.
With a chopper to Martinez from third, whips it across.
Gets such a good stretch too. As he gets ready to swing, you'll see that slight stride. He keeps that bat in the hitting zone a long time. Very high contact rate. His glove the other day. How do you forget your glove?
4-pitch walk, so it's a safe AB no matter what. We've seen ball players do some really funky things over the course of a game. Belled at the plate. 2 balls and no strike. Opening day starts in 11 out of the 12 for Brandon Bell. Health issues with his knee. But even when he was going home, I mean, he wasn't able to play with his kids in the back. It was about the health, about what he's thinking about going into this season, how he feels that he can contribute to
fresh air in a new country. And it's a new ballpark for him, too, going from the Bay Area to the Rogers. He made sure to tell me right away, yeah, but I came from the NL West. No walk in the park.
Hello, don't forget about us. Yeah. And that's poked to left by Kieran, but he moves up 90 feet. Sacks are packed for Orelvis Martinez. We've been talking.